Hello, this is Fred in France for metalops.com, French website, and Metalops TV on YouTube. You can subscribe to the channel, it's totally free. Of course, metal first, and we are passion first. And we go to Canada. It's not so often with an old band, more recent than the Voivod legend, but it's called Threat Signal. They appeared at the beginning of the year 2000, but we make discover this band. If you don't know this band, Threat Signal, metalcore, cyber thrash, groove metal. We are going to speak about that and the new album Revelations. But please, I have one member. Please, what's your name and what do you do in the band Threat Signal?
Hey, I'm Pat from Threat Signal, and I play. Well, I guess if we were playing live, I play bass, but I actually do a lot more than that. I guess behind the scenes of the band, I do I write a lot, and I actually do record a lot of the guitar and stuff too. So,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I'm jack of all trades.
Okay, but on Metal Archives website, I read that it was Ryan Miller on bass since 2020, 2018. But you are the current member, official member, and live member also.
Yeah, I guess that hasn't been updated.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did step away for that time. Ryan was the bass player.
Okay.
Yeah, I came back. I guess recently, it was a couple of years ago. We did
Yeah.
a handful of shows, and I played live on them. And then since that group of shows, we decided to start writing, and here we are today.
Okay, so you are five in the band, Threat Signal, but the band was launched, I remember, in 2004 in Ontario, Canada, and I remember your first album, this one.
Yep.
I have a slipcase.
Oh, cool.
Under Reprisal in 2006.
That's right.
And you were on this album, on this first studio album.
Okay, I wasn't on the record, but I toured and played pretty much every live show of that record. One of the members left just after, I guess, recording it, and that's when I stepped in. So I've been around since 2006 when the album dropped, and
okay, you are not so one of the founding members, but you take part of the project since a long time ago and live and studio after.
Oh yes. So yeah, every album since then, like Vigilance, self-titled, and the last one, Disconnect. Yep, I was been on all that. So
yeah. For me, it was a nice discovery. I remember at this time on Nuclear Blast, and we can say the story. We can say a bit. This first album. Okay, you were not in this album studio, but and we are going to speak about the new stuff called Revelations on Agonia Records, out now. But the first album, The Wink, it's that you were produced and helped a bit by our friend Christian Olbolbers from Fear Factory at this time, and he helped you in a way, and he played some keyboards on stuff like that on this album, in fact, and produced the first album, The Reprisal.
Yeah, he produced it. He's been a long time kind of, I guess, close friend of the band. John and I both were in a band with him a little later called Archaea.
Okay.
With him and Raymond as well from Fear Factory.
Yeah.
So John still works with Christian too, and a couple other bands as well. So yeah, we're still really close friends with him. And yeah, he's definitely helped from the beginning. I guess to kind of get us our feet going, right? So,
but it's not him. It's not Christian Olbolbers, former Fear Factory, that produced the new stuff, Revelations. It's Tod Jensen who will work with Iron Maiden, Metallica, etc.
Yeah, Tod Jensen did. He did the mastering on the record. The production and stuff like that was all done by John, our singer.
Okay.
And I guess like a little bit of me as well on the side. I mean, John did most of it. I mean, I did a little bit of I guess of like bringing the ideas, and then John kind of builds on top of that. Yeah.
You have your home studio? Maybe it's easier like that to pre-produce before.
Yeah, John's got his own studio down in Hamilton, where we're kind of based out of. Just about an hour, maybe 2 hours out of Toronto here in Canada. And John's got his own studio down there. He actually just did some cool renovations to it. And yeah, that's where we ended up recording and mixing a lot of the stuff. And even when we need to practice and jam, he's got enough space down there where we can actually even practice down there. So yeah.
Okay. And like you said, you are still in friend and still in touch with Christian Olbolbers because last time I saw him, it was live with Violence in France. On bass.
Yep. Yeah, and I think now he's on tour right now, I think with Overkill.
Yeah.
Right now. So
yeah.
He's still in the metal scene, even though he's also playing a stand-up bass for Cypress Hill. Which I know has a handful of shows coming up. So yeah.
Yeah, the side yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
But and the other common point, I don't know if he's Canadian. Christian, at first he was born in Belgium, but I don't know if he's American or Canadian. Christian.
No, yeah, he was Belgium. He was born in Belgium, but he moved over when I think he was a teenager. So
okay, but he's American.
Yeah.
He's American.
Yeah, he lives in America now. Yeah,
okay. Okay, yeah. But the common point with you is a bass player.
Yeah. No, it was great working with Christian, especially with the Archaea stuff that we did. So I mean, we still learned a lot from him there. It was good getting the experience and working with him as like me stepping in on bass and he was playing guitar. Definitely taught me a lot about bass, as well as, I guess, let's say, like the music industry and stuff like that in general. So.
And musically, how could you define for people who don't know you? Because it's a whole new generation. If you launched the band, Straight Signal appeared at the year 2000 when it was new metal, industrial metal, modern approach by Fear Factory, Spine Shank, stuff like that, and it was a new scene called metalcore in a way. And you are still alive. How could you define your music for people who don't know you? Because on the new album, especially on the new album Revelations, there are a lot of influences, a lot of vibes, pop, metalcore, electro, indus, groove metal. It's thrash. It's all of that.
Everything. I mean, we're fans of music, I say, in general, and all kinds of metal. I guess from back in the day, we kind of came up at the time of metalcore was on the rise. Your kill switch engage kind of thing. I guess we leaned a little more to the technical side of it. I mean, there's obviously there's singing, and there's I guess a lot of like European influences with the melodies and stuff like that. Like your Soilworks and things like that. So I guess obviously you got to mention Meshuggah in there too. I think every metal band kind of has to these days. So I mean that like metalcore thing mixed with that is what we were. I could say to what we are now with the new record. It's kind of like kind of had the idea of like what metalcore is now is not what I've just described. So it's a little weird. It's like metalcore now is like what Architects and Bring Me the Horizon, Spirit Box. Like some people even call like Bad Omens metalcore too. I think a lot of people actually do. Where those bands don't sound like any of the things that I just listened off before, right?
Okay.
So I think, it's a little weird when you say metalcore, because it's like where we came from metalcore and what metalcore is now. It's like what is that?
The sticker is not is too small for you. For your this blend of influences and your mix, what you make, especially in the new album Revelation. You can see the artwork behind me. It's Travis Smith who made it. Travis Smith, if I'm right, who made it.
Yes, he did. He did the artwork and did a fantastic job.
Paradise Lost, Nevermore, he made that. Opus, so many nice stuff. Okay, so why? Two questions. Why such a delay? Since the previous album already released on Agonia Records, Disconnect released in 2017. Why 9 years to wait for the fans to wait a fifth studio album? And why this name Revelations? Did you meet God? Did you have a special divine intervention like in Pulp Fiction? Tell me more about Revelations title.
For the delay, I guess, was more of once it came out, I stepped away for a bit. I think that probably delayed the guys. I mean, I still recorded on the record from Disconnect. Okay. So I did the recording, and I didn't really do much of the touring and stuff. I think after that, there was a lot of other projects that Jon took on, that Travis took on.
There was a
So
pandemic
it kind of delayed.
in the
Yeah.
meantime.
So I mean, the pandemic, obviously, how many years that was,
You couldn't tour.
that took obviously a lot of time out. But yeah, I mean, like I think it was 2003. Jon approached me and asking to do, like I mentioned before, we did a handful of shows a little while, like 2 years
Okay.
ago. And then when we did those shows, he asked me if I wanted to start writing again, and that's where we started writing. So I mean, it took about 2 years for us to complete it to get it out now.
Okay.
So hopefully it won't take that long to the next one, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And 10 new songs. I think it's good for an album now because people don't take the time, sadly, to take what in 12, 30 tracks, 13 tracks. It's too 10 songs. It's good. And but why this title Revelations? Like I said about the artwork.
oh,
Why
the title and
did you
stuff.
choose you or the singer? I don't know who composed and who made the
That yeah,
lyrics, who write the lyrics.
that was Jon. Jon did that. Jon would probably have to speak to that, but I think he's got a little bit of a religious element to it. It's
Yeah,
through there,
of course.
which I think is fine. I mean, me personally, I'm not into that stuff, but I mean, but I think it's great. It still works. It still fits like who we are. And I mean, hey, I mean, there's bands out there. You've got what is it? Tom Araya from like Slayer says he's like
Yeah.
Christian and stuff like that, but still singing all that satanic kind of thing. So I mean, the two can still exist at the same time and still be friends, I think, right? So
Okay. Okay. Are there any guest featurings on this new album, or it's only the core of the band, Threat Signal, you and the guys on this album?
it's just us, no real special guest or
You,
anything. So yeah.
you could invite Christian Albers once again. No, no, no.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. He didn't have anything to do. I don't even know if he's actually heard the record. I should probably ask him. So
Okay. 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 Alors, so about the artwork, we talk about that. Alors, so there are different singles out. The Great Tribulation, Exercise the Demon with a playthrough on bass, guitar and bass, if I'm right, both
yep.
on studio
Yep.
recording, and an audio track called for Non-Essential. Alors, could you tell me more about the choice of these singles, especially with the label, maybe you, and what is about the Great Tribulation? Once again, about the lyrics, the Great Tribulation. You can see the snow in Canada during the winter, but tell me more.
Yeah.
Exterminate the infection that plagues the earth. If I can find the cure, God help us. The mass extinction opens, closing the life. The past will fall to the ground. The 21st century is the end times. The end of days are not far away. It's time to meet your maker and face the truth. Judgment day is upon you. The great tribulation. The great tribulation.
So yeah, I guess why those tracks, and I guess a little bit about them. They were just I mean, I guess the first one, Non-Essential. It just kind of checked all the boxes of what Threat Signal was musically, I guess,
Okay.
right? It's angry, it's fast, there's solos. So
Yeah.
that's why that's out there as a single. Kind of the same thing with then Exercise the Demon, where it was very more groove on that one, but I guess and melodic, which is something we've always done since the beginning of Under Reprisal.
Yeah.
And then we went a little bit, and then we wanted something a little bit different to kind of showcase a little bit more what the album would be, and that's what the Great Tribulation kind of came out as a single.
Okay.
So yeah, that one's a little more groovier, a little more melodic with the synths and stuff like that too, but also like a dark melodic. I guess I can say it's very melodic but dark at the same time.
Yeah.
And I guess to the theme of it, like tribulations and your revelations and stuff like that. It's kind of like taking that with the end of days type things. I mean, hey, we're looking, the world's looking bleaker and bleaker every single day as it is, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, there's to me, Jon writes it so anyone can kind of take up their own interpretation of
Yeah. of course.
what it can mean, so everyone else can have their own meaning to it. But yeah, I mean, even though we've got those end of days things, there's that kind of contrast of like things are bad, but you know, like you can maybe hopefully hope that there's a good coming, but I don't know. We'll see, right?
Okay, and like I've said, the Revelations is already out. This album, this fifth studio album on Agonia Records. Have you already tested the new songs, especially these singles, live with the audience, maybe in America, in North America?
No, nothing yet. I'm excited to play these live, but no, we haven't had a chance to get out there and test them out yet.
Okay. So have you plans to go on tour, maybe summer festivals or in Europe, in America? I don't know. What the plans to play live for the channel?
We would love to do the festival circuit thing. That'd be amazing. No one's hit us up yet. I mean, the album, I guess, only just came out, so
next year, maybe
we got to get some people to listen to it.
But you are going to tour in America. You are going to tour in America as a headliner or support band.
Yeah, nothing as of yet. We kind of started this. It's almost kind of like we started over. We're kind of really DIY. We have like no manager or promoters or agents or anything right now behind us. So it was more of a just trying to get the songs out. We just wanted to get that out there first and just kind of see what people thought, what people still cared about who we are. We haven't been around for a while, right? So we just kind of let's get the music out there first and see if we can generate any sort of excitement around that, and then we'll see about touring and stuff from there, right? So.
Yeah, but the feedbacks are good. I haven't checked all on internet, but the first reactions are good about the new album Revelations and the singles. Out?
Yeah, so far I've gotten a lot of stuff. I'm on our Instagram and stuff like that every day, checking the comments and stuff like that, and trying to comment back as much as I can to people and things like that. Yeah. So getting a lot of good stuff so far. So thanks everyone who's listening.
You are aware about that. You sometimes you don't care because it's a very you can use a lot of time to check out and to answer to. Of course, there are the fans, but the good, the bad things. You are sometimes you're fed up a bit because you are invaded a lot of information, especially on YouTube, etc. And the commentaries. Sometimes you don't say you play first for your music. It's egoist first when you create. You are sensitive, or you are aware about that, or
so like I guess anything people saying anything negative and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, I see them every once in a while. I know some people who don't try, like some people in bands and stuff like that, friends of mine that try to stay away from those comments and things like that. Yeah. I've always kind of thought of it like this. I'm like, if someone's going to go out of their way to say something bad about you, then I feel like that's when you've made it. Yeah. If no one says anything about you, that's when I kind of get a little scared. But so far, people are saying a lot of good things. I don't know. Like I'd say for like one negative comment, we probably get like 9 like fantastic, amazing comments and stuff like that. So it's good. And I mean, if someone wants to say something negative or whatever from their mom's basement, whatever. Okay. Go to therapy.
Okay. And about this, you are signed on Agonia Records. So is it help you to come back in a way since the previous album Disconnect? So you have a strong collaboration with them. Why did you choose this label, Agonia Records?
Agonia was around with the last record too. They've been good, I guess. Just kind of like a small label out of Poland. Yeah. So they've been fantastic for us so far, helping us out. Everything that we would ask and need to do, they're there to help us with it and get it out there. They're doing a great job, I guess, with all the physical stuff. So all the CDs and records and things like that. I mean, they are a lot smaller. So I mean, I know some people have been saying they haven't really got maybe their records yet. So it's coming. It's there. It's getting shipped. Still manufactured. It's just small stuff. Yeah. It's coming. Yeah.
Okay, and you didn't want with a band to make by do it yourself like the management. You wanted to have to get a record deal with a label, not to make all by yourself, self-released.
I mean, again, I guess it's kind of to see where we go.
Okay,
I've talked to a manager, I guess so far. So I mean, we're starting to generate some sort of buzz. So we'll
okay.
see where it comes if we get some more. Instead, I'm not doing it DIY, but yeah, again, I was trying to just get the music out and see if anyone cares, and we'll take it from there.
Okay, about the composing. How do you work? So Jon Howard wrote the lyrics, and you compose the music with the guys, or it's the guitarist first. How do you work for
It,
the
yeah,
composing?
a lot of it is we use a program called Guitar Pro.
Yeah.
I can kind of like it's a MIDI based stuff. We've been using it since actually under Reprisal. A lot of the songs will get done through that first.
Okay.
A lot of the time, so I'll do that. I worked with that. I worked a lot on synths this time around. And I would send my ideas over to Jon. I'd send like complete finished ideas, track them at my place just with like a guitar. I just got a small setup where I can just kind of like edit guitars and things like that and synths, and then I'll send them over to Jon. And then Jon kind of adds like an extra flavor to it if he thinks there's something there, or sometimes he might not even touch it. But sometimes he's like, "Wow, this is perfect. I think I'll just sing on this," and that's it. Or like so, like I think something like "Exercise the Demon," I think is kind of pretty close to what I sent over of my ideas. He maybe just like changed the sounds of the synthesizers and things like that, and he works on getting like guitar tones and stuff. I'll just send him over like raw DI tracks, and then he produces it. I guess right that way. So yeah, it's kind of a collaboration back and forth. That way, I'll bring full ideas, and then Jon will kind of build on top of it.
Okay, we can say we call Travis Montgomery, your guitarist, played in the past with Jeff Loomis.
Yes,
he
did.
He's back with Nevermore.
Jeff. Yeah, we back in the day too. We played a couple shows, I think, a few shows of small handfuls with Jeff Loomis and at Nevermore, when Nevermore was around. So I think that's when we kind of like first met him, and then I think Travis kind of got in there with him. But then, yeah.
Other common point, the same guitarist as Jeff Loomis and Nevermore. Travis Smith made the artwork for Nevermore too.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you: are there new coming video of some singles? And I wanted to ask you about the song "Paralysis." I remember, if I'm right, there is a very nice guitar lead by your guitarist Travis Montgomery. I think it's "Paralysis" song. There is a nice solo on guitar.
On Paralysis. That one was actually our new guitar player. He's been in the band for a couple years now. But that's Oswin. He did the guitar on that. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
So,
and is this song maybe there will be this song maybe out soon, or place rows or music video or new music video for different song from the album coming out?
Yeah.
Soon?
We are working on playthroughs. Jon played a lot of guitar on this too, so you'll see Jon playing some guitar on some playthroughs.
And you?
And we'll probably do a couple more. Yes, and myself. There's already the non-essential guitar playthrough where I put the tabs on the screen too, because I wrote and actually tracked that, except for the solos, because I mean Travis is actually in that video too, doing all the solos and stuff like that too. So yeah, we'll try to get some more out.
Okay. You have an important role, because it's like sometimes I say you play a kind of groove metal and you bring a lot of groove. There are the keyboards, synthesizers, and samples and electronics, but you with your bass, you bring that groove also into the music of Thread Signal. You have a big place, a big role to play.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I guess bass can always be important. I mean,
because in the
yeah, I
past,
mean
you
it's the
know,
low end. I mean, hey, there's so many bands these days where it just sounds like they're just like three bass players, right? Their guitars and 8 strings or whatever, and baritones are just all so low.
yeah.
Just like it's kind of like a Spinal Tap moment where it's just all bass on stage. It seems like that's where metal's kind of going, right?
Yeah, but at the contrary, there are some bands with just bass and drums. I think, for example, Year of the Cobra, there are just two, and bass distortion, a lot of bass, and more stoner, sludge rock, and metal, and a drummer, and they sing, and there are just two with the bass and a lot of effect on the bass, but and no guitar, and it brings a lot
Yeah.
of groove.
Yeah, so I mean it's always important. I mean bass is always got you'll feel bass, right? You can like you sometimes you don't necessarily need to hear it or whatever, but if you get that feeling, because you always get that like you'll feel it in your chest. I'm sure everyone's been to like a live show where something like if the bass is right, you'll feel it like through your body. It just rocks your core, right? So it's important.
Okay. Before to conclude, I wanted to know if you know some French metalcore, for example, bands in our country or not. Do you appreciate or enjoy and know some metal acts in French? Music?
Do I know of metal acts from France?
Yeah.
Well, I mean we got to mention Gojira, right?
Of course. Hello to Duplantier brothers, but yes, but other.
I mean, they're kind of they're leading the way. It seems ever since that whole Olympic thing, which is amazing, right? So, I'd say back in the day, I remember there was a band called Harkred. I think that was I really loved them. I don't think they're around anymore, but they were really cool.
How do you say?
Was it? I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Harkrid or Harkrid?
Acrid, yes. Acrid, yeah. They're still alive, if I'm right. But yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
nice
no, I remember
guitarist.
like I want to say back from like the MySpace days. I think they were around, and they were always. I really enjoyed listening to them. I listened to them quite a bit back then. So yeah. Otherwise, I mean, not too much. Actually, I think Jon did something with someone over in France too. I don't remember, but.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have a lot of bands in different genres. Okay. So, but we hope to see you live one day in France soon in the future as support band or headliner. Please come to Europe, come to visit us and to play in France to Hellfest or Motoculture Festival. We have big festivals, summer festivals.
Yeah, hopefully we can get over there soon. Would love to come over and do the festivals. I miss Europe. It's been a long time since we've been there. Especially like in and around France and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Like like I went to Paris. I guess would have been years ago. Even just with my wife, and it was a beautiful city. So I can't wait to come back.
Okay. What do you want to add about Revelations? Last words and about the new album of Thread Signal?
Last word. I guess I just really would like to say like a thanks to everyone who's actually listening to it so far. Really like what it is. It's like I've been saying, it was more of like get the music out there and see if anyone remembers who we are or if anyone cares. And I guess if anyone's watching right now, that means you do care. So thank you so much. It means so much to all of us, everyone in the band, and it makes us want us to keep going and keep doing it. So.
Okay. But thank you for your time, Pat. I know you are busy, you are working. So thank you for your time. Have a good day in Canada, in Ontario, in Hamilton. And come to visit, to play it in France, please. Because we still like your music, enjoy your music. And it's nice to hear you are back with this album.
All right. Thank you so much. It's been fun chatting with you today.
Okay. Thank you, Pat.
All right, man. Thanks.